For those of you wondering how revenue share at Real works, I'm going to break down the 5 easy steps that you need to know in regards to how revenue share is calculated and paid out based on people that you attract to Real. Now, there are no funny numbers on this. There's really 3 different tiers that this applies to. I'm going to explain everything as we go. But first, before you understand how revenue share works, it's important to understand the numbers. Okay, so for anybody who names you in your first level, these are people that you name specifically to sponsor you, or technically they name you to sponsor them when they join Real, assuming everybody in this caps. And at Real, we have a cap of $12,000 a year. So this entire assumption is going to be written out based on the assumption that they are going to cap at $12,000, meaning they pay Real $12,000 in commission at 15%. So we'll write that down as well. And really, it's only a handful of transactions a year. So this is not somebody that needs to sell like 35 transactions a year to cap. Most agents are going to cap somewhere between 4 and 9 transactions a year, which is great. It's a huge benefit to be at Real. So everybody who names you as your sponsor in your first line, the most that you can earn off of them is $4,000 per year. Okay. That also means you earn 5% of their gross commission. And in order to unlock that $4,000 per year per agent, assuming they cap on their 15% split, you need to have at least 1 plus agent in your first line. So the cool thing about this, as long as you have 1 agent in your first line, you automatically unlock level number 1 and you earn 5% of their GCI, capping out at $4,000. You can have 1 person in your first line, or you can have 400. Totally fine. They're all unlocked right when you come to Real. Now let's talk about your second level of sponsorship at Real. This would be people who join maybe under somebody that's in your first line. So you bring on Bob Smith over to Real, and then Joe Smith or John Smith names Bob Smith as their sponsor. That would be your second line. Well, you can earn a maximum amount of $3,200 per year off them, or said a different way, 4% of their gross commission. In order to unlock level 2, you need 5 producing agents. And we should say producing agents. And a producing agent at Real means every 6 months they pay $450 minimum in commission. That unlocks that level for them. So you need at least 5 plus people in your second line in order to unlock level 2. Hope you're tracking me so far. Let's talk about level 3. So level 3 would be anybody who names this person as a sponsor, who also named that person as a sponsor. So they're 3 levels below you. The most that you can earn off of that person, and we'll put a little $sign up here, is $2,400 per year, assuming they cap, or said a different way, 3% of their GCI. In order for you to unlock level 3, you need 15 plus producing agents in your network. So as long as you have 15 people that are paying into Real anywhere in your network, named you as a sponsor or in your second line, it can be either or. Once you have 15, you unlock level 3, and the most you can earn off somebody, assuming they cap every single year, is $2,400. Level 4, the most you can earn off of them is $1,600 per year, again, assuming they totally cap, or 2% of their GCI. And in order to unlock your level 4, you need 20 plus producing agents somewhere in this network here and above. So as long as you have 20 people that are active in Real, which means they're paying at least $450 every 6 months in Real commission dollars, you will activate or unlock level 4. You cannot write a check to Real, even if you're right on the deadline and you still owe $450 in commission to unlock level 4. You cannot write that check. It has to come from a commission check that closes in the form of a rental, a referral, or a traditional transaction that you are the agent for. All right, let's talk about number 5. In order to get to number 5, the most you can earn off anybody in your 5th level is $800 or 1% of GCI. And to unlock number 5, you need 25 plus producing agents. So let's talk about how this works. Can you put anyone anywhere in your network? And the answer is no. Everybody who joins Real needs to name a sponsor, or they don't have to name a sponsor. There are some people that don't have sponsors, but whoever they name their sponsor in your entire organization, they will slot in automatically. This is not something that you have to manipulate or do anything like that. A common question we get, whether somebody's on my first level at $4,000, my second level $3,200, third level $2,400, fourth level $1,600, or fifth level $800, what happens if they join a team and they're on a half cap? Well, there are really three different types of caps you can do at Real. If you're a solo agent, your only option is a full cap of $12,000. If you're on a team, you could do, so we're going to say full cap at 12K. You can do, if you're on a team and you qualify, you could do a half cap at, $6,000 per year. And the benefit to doing that is you only pay Real $6,000, not $12,000, which is great. But the limitations you have being on a half cap is if you're a really, really good producing agent, maybe you're doing 30 plus transactions a year, you cannot hit elite status when you're on a half cap. So yeah, you save a little bit of money at $6,000 a year. And so you're like, well, what happens if somebody names me as their sponsor or anywhere in my network, but they join somebody else's team, or maybe that team leader is already in my network and they name the team leader their sponsor, but they're only on a half cap? Well, it's really simple. You take this entire math and just cut it in half. That's it. So rather than you earning $4,000, assuming that person caps, you would only earn $2,000 if they're under you. So if all your team members name you as their sponsor and they're on a half cap, the most you can earn off of them would be half of the $4,000, $2,000, because they are only paying Real half of that cap. Now there is one more level at Real. We call it a quarter cap. And some people would qualify for this. This is basically the size of the team. And instead of paying that, you would pay a $3,000 cap per year. And again, instead of this being half on that, you would just take a quarter. So it would be $1,000. We'll say, or 1/4. It would be $1,000. Again, if somebody is on a quarter cap with Real, that means they're probably on a mega team that does a ton of transaction. Some benefits to the agent, they're only paying $3,000 towards the cap, not $12,000. The minus to that is that they can't hit elite, and I'll do a separate video what elite is. Essentially, when you pay Real $12,000 a year, plus $6,000 in transaction fees, you get $16,000 worth of stock awards awarded back to you as long as you do that within one calendar year of you joining or within your anniversary year. It's an amazing feature at Real. But not everybody's going to hit elite. It's going to take somewhere between 28 and 35 transactions, depending on your commission split with your team member, or if you're a solo agent, to hit elite. If you know that you're going to do 30 plus transactions a year, it is almost a no-brainer to go full cap because of that elite status, because you get all that you paid into Real minus $2,000 back in stock awards. It's an amazing financial incentive. Plus, you have the ability to build out your entire network. We have a specific deck that pretty much walks through all of this. If you want to download that deck, I will put it in the description below. Just give us your first name, email. We will email you a PDF so that you can run your own numbers around this. My team is working on an Excel sheet that you can kind of forecast what you think your network is going to look like if you were to join Real. It's a really, really good tool. Probably other than the culture, the hybrid, the tech, the Real wallet, the credit, everything like that. Rev share, for those of the people that take advantage of it, could be a really easy way to supplement your income, build an ad budget, or if you're one of the few that does very, very well, could be a complete second income that has long-term residuals if you do it right. These are the financials of RevShare. If you have any questions, contact me below. Download the cheat sheet that we have. I'd love to talk to you. If you're thinking about joining Real, you can do that below, and we'll see you on the next one.